And we back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the first ever season of Frisco Railriders Dynasty. I know I loved playing all the games. I had a ton of fun. Even though it was a hard season and we only won 4 games, I still had a great time. You know, this team led by head coach Nicky Price, who's not very smart. And you'll see why he's not very smart in a minute here as we get into recruiting and all that stuff. But before we do any of that, we're going to have to look at a quick recap of the season, to look at the stats. We're going to look at who's leaving us. We already know there's going to be some big ones leaving us. But let's take a look at the stats. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to put together a spreadsheet, right? It's going to have all of our records on it. Because as you know, when you create a new team builder, you have to take over another team, and therefore you take over another team's records, all their stats and whatnot. So I'm going to create a spreadsheet that has all of Frisco's records in it, and I'll keep track of that as we go on throughout the years, and we get better players and new records and all that fun stuff. Don Bridges, though, look, he was pretty awful. Let's be honest here. This is a pretty awful quarterback season. More interceptions than touchdowns, only completed 56% of passes, but there was some games where he looked really good. Our bread and butter was running the football. Now, as you all know, Miles Knight, in that last season, he hit 1,000 yards and then he refused to play the rest of the game. Miles Knight said, "I'm saving myself for my next team. I'm not playing the rest of this last game." Spencer Strickland wasn't bad this season. We also don't have his deal breaker either, though. He was more of a pass catching guy. I'm hoping that we can keep around Ty Barker. I think Barker is going to be a good player for us next season. Barker has good juke move and decent speed. I believe it's an 88 or an 89. Receiving wise, I also hope we can bring back Javion Hodges. He had the most catches for receivers, most yards. Didn't find the end zone much. Only found it once, actually. But he's a really good slot guy. He has decent route running and good hands as well. The more I look at this roster, the more I realize we're gonna have a really big problem in the transfer portal. I mean, Asher Hayes is leaving too. He was also one of our more reliable guys. He's our second most reliable guy. He's got 400 yards here. Defensively, though, is where I think this team actually kind of shines. Malcolm Burnett was one of the best defenders in the Sun Belt Conference, along with Olin Fritz. Both of them had over 20 tackles for loss. And speaking of tackles for loss, Percy Tate had 25. And Kerry Garland, he's going to leave us. He's a sophomore. He had the most sacks on the team. That sucks. Deshaun Yates, he's probably going to leave us. Oh, this is... Guys, I didn't realize how bad this was going to be until I started looking at these stats. Oh, this is tough. We've got another commit as right edge Kevin Steiner joins the team. And John Montag, the quarterback with good speed and good throw power, joins the squad as well. Let's go. That's 2 big ones right there. Your Heisman winner for the year 2025 is Kevin Jennings out of SMU. I don't think I've ever seen that before. And we're going to take a look at some rewards here. The Jim Thorpe Award goes to Tyree King. No way, man. No way. Are we really going to win some awards here in year 1? Malcolm Burnett, the Dick Butkus Award. And there's the Dick Butkus Award. Olin Fritz was also here. I mean, when you have 20-plus tackles for loss, you're going to be on this list. Let's be honest. Colt Stout is our new offensive coordinator. We will take that. Do we get the defensive coordinator too? It looks like we will. Mitch McChristopher is our new defensive coordinator. That's going to help out with our coach prestige. They both have at least a C. The national champion is Penn State. They took down number 6 Texas 39-35. What a game. I would have loved to watch that one. That's a crazy game. In the Sun Belt, James Madison took down Arkansas State 31-23 to win the Sun Belt Conference. So now we know James Madison is the team to beat in 2026, along with Arkansas State, as they were able to make it to the conference championship as well. This is going to be the most dreadful part of this entire video. I mean, look, we already know Miles Knight is going to transfer, but there's a long list, probably 30 or 40 other guys that want out of Frisco because we either don't fit their play style, we're not a good enough team, or our coach prestige isn't good enough for this or that or the other thing. Guys, let's just take a look. Well, here's the thing. So we already knew about Miles Knight. I was really excited for Cameron T to get playtime. He was redshirted this season, but he's also champ contender. Then we have coach prestige here for Percy Tate. We have no chance to bring him back. Javion Hodges, brand exposure, no chance. Prince Phillips, pro potential, extremely low. Oh, man. Olin Fritz, we have no chance of bringing back. Noah Wade, no chance of bringing back. Asher Hayes, none. Oh, my God, this sucks. And on top of all of this, we can only bring back 2 guys in the first place. If you look in the top right, we only have 2 like, even Don Bridges is saying he might want to transfer because of playing time. Well, you are our starter, man. What do you mean? I think the first guy we need to bring back is our quarterback, Don Bridges. We're gonna try to bring back Don Bridges, and can we? Don Bridges is coming back. Garland is also just a sophomore, so we're gonna have him for 2 more seasons. I think that's gotta be who we go with. I mean, that's who I think we have the best chance at. We're gonna try it. Come on, Kerry Garland, come back. One story we're definitely going to be following, though, is where does Miles Knight go? Because, guys, you already know, wherever Miles Knight goes, we're playing them next year. All right, guys, this is what we are here for. This is the important thing. It's time for recruiting. Now, guys, the plan for recruiting is we're going to focus on some of these guys here that already have us in first place. So these 6, 7 guys here that have us in first, and then Leo Simonson as well, who's not even to his top 3 yet. We're going to focus on him as well. Brian McCorders, he's about to commit to UConn. Cam Kane, he's about to commit to Eastern Carolina. As for the rest of them, I haven't even put any points into these guys, so I'm just going to, well, I'm not going to take them off. I'm just going to leave them there. And then what we're going to do is hit up this transfer portal. Just taking a quick look at Miles Knight, his top 5 schools are South Carolina, USF. I think that's UConn. What are you're looking for a championship contender? You're going to go to UConn maybe? Get out of here, man. And then James Madison. If he goes to James Madison and we have to face him for the next 2 seasons, man, I was really hoping we would have some 3 stars interested in us, but there's just nobody that wants to come play for the Railriders. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some guys here that are open that don't have a ton of interest so far and see if we can't bring them to Frisco. Now, again, I'm not going to do much scouting here in the transfer portal because whoever we bring in is going to be better than who we have. So I'm just going to pick up guys as we can, and like I said, they're going to be better than the people on our team right now. I'm going to go ahead and add some guys to our board. I'll be back with you in one cut. Okay, so here's my plan for week 1 of off-season recruiting. I'm trying to put in less points to guys that I think we really got, like Mitchell Scioli, like Luis Ianbadejo. I really hope I'm saying that right. Montel Kennedy. I'm putting in a lot less points to these guys that I think we're gonna get so that I can focus on getting some studs out of the transfer portal that can make us competitive in year 2 and make recruiting easier in year 2. I got a ton of guys on here trying to bring back Olin Fritz. And when it comes to the offensive line, I put on some 2-star guys that already have interest in us so we can get the line beefed up a little more. And then, like I said, outside of that, I'm trying to make some bigger splashes with some of these 3-star guys. Let's sim to week 2 and see what happens. All right, so we got no commits, which really stinks because I was hoping we could take points off of guys like Longo or Scioli or Ianbadejo or Kennedy. I was hoping we could take points off of some of these guys here. I might stop going after Oscar Childress because we didn't make it anywhere on the board. I'm not sure. Darius Curry, we're on his board, but it looks like he really likes San Diego State. Duke Clark, we are on his board as well. Probably going to get him out for a visit now. Bryce Kane, we're on. Okay, so we're making headway here for some of these guys. We're in first for some of these guys now. The offensive line players, they all love us. Of course they do. Sick. Olin Fritz is looking like he's going to come back, and it looks like we're going to get Forrest Gatlin. Some of these other guys, though, we didn't have enough points to put points into them. But, man, what I really, really want to do, and it might be risky, I want to get some of these really, really good guys in here on visits. And, of course, they're not in their top 5 yet, so we can't. Okay, so what are we going to do here? I don't know. You'll find that in a second. Well, for starters, we'll put some points into Jaheim Johnson and some of these other defensive backs, because defensive backs it's a really weak position for us right now. We have like none. Like, literally, we have none. We lost a bunch in the transfer portal, and yeah, so we're going to add some points into them, and we're going to go on to week 3, and hopefully some of these guys commit. Hopefully we are able to get some guys in on visits for week 3. Oh, man, this sucks. This sucks. This sucks. I should have done a better job recruiting. I'm hoping we can get like 20, 25 guys in this class still. What do we got? Nobody committed. Okay, Oscar Childress, we're not getting anywhere with you. That's 25 points I can have back. Darius Curry, we're moving up a bit. I need to get him in on a visit. Oh, it's 40 points for him. Damn, okay. Well, we'll look at some other guys. 10 points to get Duke Clark in here. Okay, this is a battle I think we can win. I will say Darius Curry, it's not the most imperative that we bring in a quarterback. I do think it would be pretty cool, though. What is his deal breaker? It's playing time. So we are going to Get him on a visit, and he's going to attend a position meeting. This is going to be a huge, massive, gargantuan visit for us. We have moved into first on Bryce Kane. That's huge as well. We're going to get him in on a visit. What is his deal breaker? It is also playing time. That's perfect. Here we go. Get him in on a visit. And we've got 5 points remaining. We're in first for a lot of these battles. I'm feeling good about the transfer portal. Actually, really good about this transfer portal. I'm not going to lie. We're starting to be in first for some of these defensive backs that we desperately need. That's beautiful stuff. Who needs some extra points, though? Okay, I don't love how close the battle is with Eric King here, so I'm going to find someone else to take 5 points off of so we can give him 25. We were only giving him 10. Yeah, we're going to take 5 points off of Daniel Malini here because the battle with King is closer than I'd like it to be here with Jacksonville State. We're going to give him 25 points. Guys, we're going to move on to week 3. Let's see if we can get some big recruits coming in. Still no commits after week 3. This is starting to get concerning. We're still in first place for a ton of these guys, though. We're going to bring some guys in. Darius Curry, he ends up going to San Diego State. That's okay. Look, guys, I'm pretty sure Don Bridges is going to end up being our quarterback for another season. Duke Clark, we're now in first for. Let's go. That's good stuff. Bryce Kane, we're still in first, but I don't really love what's going on here with Middle Tennessee State trying to make a run at him. John David LaFleur, we're looking good on. Gage Spencer. All of these offensive linemen we're looking good on here, except Levi Berry. How about you go fuck yourself? Okay. The rest of the guys here, we are looking good for the ones we're actually putting in points into. I just think if you're not going to come here as a 2-star, I just don't need to put 10 points into you. I can get those 10 points allotted somewhere else. So I found 2 quarterbacks, both dual threats. That's the kind of archetype I want to work with here. We're going to throw some points at both of them and see if we can hop in the race. So we got Hezekiah Melander and Julian Duggar. And we're going to put 5 more points in here to TJ Nelson just because that battle with Carolina is close. And yeah, we're going to sim another week. We're going to get to week 4. Really hoping we can bring some guys in. Oh, this is week 4. This is week 4. This is do or die right here. You know what, guys? Let's do it. Let's go ahead. Let's just do it. Week 4 of 4, last week of recruiting. Can we salvage this class at the last second? We got a recruit coming in. That's Mitchell Scioli coming in. That's nice. Okay, Brian Lovelace, beautiful. Kenya Longo, I think he's going to be good. I don't know why. I haven't scouted any of these guys, so I don't know how I could think any of them are good or bad. Luis Ayanbadejo comes in. Here we go. Montel Canaday, the running back. Who do we got? Gage Spencer. There we go. When are we gonna get into these transfer portal guys? I think actually some of these guys are transfer portal guys. It's showing me the 2-star ones first. Where are my 3-star transfer portals? Owen Fritz comes back. Okay, that's nice. Forrest Gatlin comes back, so we have some linebackers to come back. Okay, right edge, Anthony Feely. That's a big transfer portal guy there. 3 stars. Duke Clark comes in. That's beautiful stuff. Okay. Bryce Kane, the wide receiver from Mobile, Alabama. Oh, I'm excited. John David LaFleur, 6'7" tight end. Come on, who else do we got? Ben Patterson, right tackle. Okay, need to beef up this offensive line as well, and that is where it ends. Let's go right into recruiting. Let's go take a look at our class. National Signing Day. Who did we get? Who did we miss out on? We're going right over to the dev traits. That's what we want to see. That's what's most important here. Luis Vargas, impact. Jason Kashama, we already know. Kevin Steiner, John Montag, we already know. Brian Lovelace, normal. Anything special here as we go down the list? I think we're already into our transfers now. No, Anthony Feely is not a transfer. Okay, this is where we start our transfers. Duke Clark, impact. Star for Bryce Kane. Impact for John David LaFleur. Normal for Gage Spencer. Normal. Impact. Normal. That's fine. Owen Fritz is normal. Forrest Gatlin is normal. We missed out on Jaheim Johnson. I'm not sure how. We actually put points into him, but whatever. We lose him. Jerquay Benson. Normal. We miss out on TJ Nelson. Julian Duggar ends up going to Wisconsin. That stinks. And then Hezekiah Melander goes nowhere, I guess. So we bring in 20 guys. I don't think it's a great class, but it's okay. It's okay. Let's take a look at the top classes. And we're going to go right to the Sun Belt and see where we stand in the Sun Belt. What do you guys think we did? I think we got a top 4 class in the conference. We are the second best class in the conference with 13 3-stars and 7 2-stars. That's not bad at all. That's better than I thought we would be. And then 70th overall in the nation. That's actually pretty good considering how bad we are. That's not bad at all. I'll take that. Now let's get into position changes. I'm not sure if we brought in any athletes. We did. We brought in Kevin Steiner. I'm almost 100% sure he is an edge rusher. Yes, so he will play edge. Which side? I don't really know yet. Doesn't matter till we get to the depth chart anyways. But there we go. We got Kevin Steiner as an edge guy. John Montag comes in as a 71 overall. We're going to have QB controversy. I was not expecting that. I was thinking he'd be like, I don't know, 67, 68, kind of like what Don Bridges is now. Wow, we might have a QB controversy on our hands here. Running back Duke Clark is a 78. Okay, what I actually want to do though is I want to get right into training so we can see all these guys' overalls after the training is over. On second thought, I lied because I want to see our freshmen's overalls. Montel Kennedy is a 67, but he only has 83 speed, so I really don't love that whatsoever. He might never play for us ever, actually. Wide receivers though, Luis Vargas comes in as a 66. He only has 87 speed, which honestly kind of stinks, but what are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? At tight end, John David LaFleur only a 69. Nice. But 79 speed. He's 6'7", and that's really what gets me excited. Jason Kashama could see playtime as a freshman simply because he has 85 speed though. That is big. And then left edge, Kevin Steiner comes in as a 67. 69 power moves, kind of stinks. 71, not terrible, but he's probably not going to be our starter on the edge. He's probably going to redshirt. At right edge, Luis Sayambadejo comes in as a 67 as well, and he has 73 finesse moves. Still not very great. I'm hoping some of these other guys get really good when it comes to their training. Kenya Longo, 80 speed, okay. 78 finesse moves, that's beautiful. Dude, I just had a feeling he'd be good. And Anthony Fili looks like he'll be good in the future too. I'm really excited for what year 3 might look like in this series. Deshaun Yates did end up staying. I thought he was going to transfer out because of the deal breaker, but he did end up staying. Okay, that's huge actually. He's going to be another good pass rusher for us. And as for our linebackers here, we brought back Olin Fritz. Thank God we brought back Olin Fritz. Brian Lovelace is a rookie. He's not very fast, so I say rookie. He's a freshman. I don't love his speed. That's not very good. Any other freshmen I want to look at? No. Cornerback room is dreadful, and we didn't do much to make it better. Okay, that's cool. Hopefully training does us good there. Free safety. If there's any safeties that have decent man or zone, then that'd be cool, but no. Orion Blue, he's got decent man and zone, but he has no speed. Okay, so the cornerback room is going to be dreadful. And we unlock the motivator tab. That's pretty cool. Okay, we'll take that. And we also unlock tactician. Cool. So we have unlocked all of the tabs we can possibly get into. What else is there? Dev trade upgraded to impact. That's cool. Okay, let's go Olin Fritz. All right, let's take a look at our training results. This is really what's important here. We're going to go by position, not even looking at anything else. Don Bridges goes up 3 to a 71 overall. His speed goes up 3. That's kind of crazy, I'm not going to lie. His throw power goes up 4. And the accuracies go up a little bit. Throw on the run. Okay, he might start again. Like, actually, he might just start again. Then Deontay O'Neal, I didn't really talk about him at all because he wasn't a part of the story, but he also looks pretty decent. But I think the battle is going to be between Don Bridges and John Montag. Of course, Montag you can't see right now because he didn't get any training. He is a incoming freshman. But Don Bridges, he got a lot better, and that 87 speed is really what gets me. What is his, like, elusiveness stuff? Where's the juke move is still a 77, which not bad. I wish you could break a tackle. That would have been cool. But this is a pretty good upgrade for Don Bridges. Duke Clark is going to be our Miles Knight replacement, and he looks like he's going to be pretty damn good. He's got 91 speed. He's an 81 overall. Let's take a look. He's got good carrying, good vision, can break tackles, decent bit. What else have we got here? Good juke move. That's important to me. He's elusive out of the backfield. He can catch the ball as well. And he has decent route runnings too. Speaking of decent route running, Spencer Strickland here gets a lot better in the route running department. But Strickland, I don't know. He doesn't have any burst. He's got 86 speed. Yeah, 86 speed. He's got no burst. Who I'm really excited for, though, is Ty Barker. He's got 88 speed, 93 excel, so he can hit his top speed really, really quick. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, he also has a decent juke move. Yeah, he has an 81. So I'm excited to see Ty Barker. He's just not a great pass catcher. He's still gonna be the third running back in this group. To be honest, he's still going to be the third running back in this group, and it's going to be Duke Clark and Spencer Strickland leading the way. At the wide receiver position, Bryce Cain goes up 9 overalls. He joins the squad and goes up 9 overalls, +1 speed. This is so sick. 99 agility, 97 excel, 99 change of direction. Oh my god, he can run his routes pretty good. That's beautiful. 95 jumping. We can throw him a jump ball. His spectacular catch isn't very good, so maybe we won't throw him a jump ball. But he is looking nice, and he's also elusive. He's an elusive route runner. 87 juke move. Guys, we just found our new playmaker here on this offense. I mean, we lost Miles Knight, but Bryce Cain is going to make that loss feel a little bit better. Then we have Corey Marsh. He went up 12 overalls. 12. To become a 74, and he had some massive jumps, +12 to the catching, and he also has good spectacular catch, so he might be a decent outside guy to throw some jump balls up to. 89 catching isn't great, or 89 jumping isn't great, but if we can get him one-on-one with someone, he might be pretty good. At tight end, John David LaFleur goes up 5 overalls to a 74. I think he's going to be really good for us. He is 6'7", guys. 6'7" tight end with solid catching, really good spec catch. So I think we'll be able to hit him on some deep balls. And he's also got good route running for a tight end as well. I mean, 76 and 70 for the short and medium. Not great deep, but I mean, hey, if he has a linebacker on him and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, he's gonna get the ball thrown to him. Here is the big thing, though. Offensive line. Can every spot please be at least a 70 or 71? Let's see what we got. Come on. 71 overall for Gage Spencer at left tackle. Not a great pass blocker. We might move these guys around still, depending on who's the best at blocking certain types. Ben Patterson goes up 1 overall. 1? Are you kidding me? What did you do in the offseason? Nothing? Come on, man. At center, Daniel Malini goes up +5. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need here. Right guard, +4 for DeMarcus Perkins. He's up to a 79. Really good pass blocker. Okay in the run blocking game. This is what we need. +4 here, and then +1 Kalen Franklin. That's all you could give me? Bro, what did you do in the offseason, man? Come on. At left edge, we get a +7 for James Barnett, and let's take a look at his moves. He's not a great pass rusher. There's going to be a pass rush battle as well, as some of the freshmen come in better than the guys already on the team. At right edge, Christian Romero gets a +3. And he's actually pretty good with his finesse moves. So Christian Romero, he might get some solid play time next season. Defensive tackle, Deshaun Yates only goes up 2. I was really hoping for a little bit more, but the power moves do go up to 81, and Dallas Bradley gets a +10 to his power moves. Wow. He's going to be our second D tackle here. Dallas Bradley, what a massive jump in overall. Now, I'm not sure what's going to happen with the linebacker position. Zachariah Gibbs got some decent upgrades here, but still just a 66 overall. We brought in some guys that can compete there. Olin Fritz goes up to a 72. We'll see what he was able to get better at. Only a +2, and he has impact dev trait. I thought we would have gotten a little more out of that, but block shedding is pretty good. What did he really get better at? He got better in coverage. Wow, these are actually really good coverage ratings for a linebacker here. That's good. That's good stuff. We'll take that all day. JC Dudley goes up 5 overalls. He gets a ton of boost to his play rec, to his awareness. His finesse moves and power moves goes up a lot. Pursuit is pretty solid. I'm not really sure about the defense. I can't wait for it to update our overalls, because we're definitely not still a 57 overall as it says up there. But I can't wait for it to update that, and we'll see. We're probably going to be like a 64, 65. Now, here's what I was most afraid of: the cornerback room. Corey Lane is a 69 overall, nice, which honestly isn't terrible for this group. We do have 84 man coverage here with Dakota Lyons. He might be a solid slot option. is really the only decent option in this entire cornerback room. There's not a lot of speed here, and that was really our issue last season. We had no speed in this cornerback room, and it's going to be a problem this season as well. At the safety position, Jerquay Benson gets a +7, and he takes over as the best free safety on the roster. Not great in coverage, more of a box specialist, more of a tackler, which that's also fine. He can play down there. We don't mind that. I don't throw my safeties in man coverage very often anyways. And then Orion Blue gets a little +2 here. He's a little bit more of a coverage guy, 70s all around in the coverage department. He's just not very fast. I'm not sure who I'm going to want to start here. We'll find out when next season starts. I do think the team got better. At the same time, I think we're in a similar place as we were a season ago. I mean, we're definitely more dynamic. We're definitely faster offensively in particular. But defensively, I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of really low ratings. Or like, I have a feeling our defense is not going to be much higher than it says it is right now, 56. All right, encouraged transfers. I think we're going to be under the roster size. Yeah, we're under the roster size. There's really no one to encourage to transfer. It just wouldn't really make sense for us to do that for anyone, being that a lot of people already transfer in the first place. So we're going to keep everyone here. No doubt about that. And yeah, like I said, there's really no point in doing anything else. So. Okay, so I've updated the conferences based on what I found online. There's a few things that are 100% going to happen, like all of these new teams in the Pac-12, Fresno State, Utah State, Texas State, San Diego State, Boise State, and Colorado State. They are 100% going to be joining the Pac-12. And then the Mountain West, you have Northern Illinois joining and UTEP joining. And then in the Sun Belt West, Louisiana Tech is going to join to replace Texas State. This is the only one that's not like 100% going to happen according to what I found online. But other than that, we're going to have all of our conferences lined up as they should be. Ladies and gentlemen, Miles Knight went to Louisiana Tech of all places. Now, he is going to be their best running back by a long shot. He's an 86 overall. He got a +5 boost in the offseason. He's going to be nasty. He's going to be really, really good in the Sun Belt. Speaking of, Louisiana Tech joined the Sun Belt. Wait a minute. We play Louisiana Tech in week 9 as they have joined our conference, and Miles Knight is going to be going against us. Well, that's kind of crazy. For storyline wise, that's kind of crazy because he could have went anywhere. He could have went to some big Power 4 school and probably started there, but he chose Louisiana Tech of all places. Louisiana Tech joins our conference, and we play them week 9. Okay. College football 26, hell yeah for giving me a cool storyline. Hell yeah. All right, guys, let's go over our schedule for year number 2. We are going to kick things off in the first ever Battle for Dallas. If you don't know, SMU is in Dallas. Frisco is northern Dallas. So this will be the Battle for Dallas against ranked number 13 SMU. Then we're going to have a rematch against Texas State as we try to get our revenge. If you remember, Texas State thought we were disrespecting them by not looking at them like a true rivalry. We didn't look at them like TCU or Baylor or SMU. Texas State was just another team in our conference. They took exception to that, and if you remember, they texted us saying, hey, we're going to welcome you to the Sun Belt. And they did. They ended up beating us 42-17, and they might have left the Sun Belt, but we're going to welcome them back to Frisco so we can get our revenge. And then our last game before we get into conference play, we're going to take on TCU in the DFW Bowl once again. They beat us last year, but it was competitive. It was only 17-10. I think the two teams we should play every year are SMU in the Battle for Dallas, and then maybe TCU in the DFW Bowl. And then outside of that, maybe, another Texas team in here. And then for our other, open game, we'll kind of just throw in somebody new because I think it's also good to get new teams in here. As for conference play, we're going to kick it off by traveling to Coastal Carolina. Then we'll play Appalachian State for the first time. We'll play Troy again. They're the ones who ultimately ended our season after we had that 2-game winning streak. We'll play Southern Miss, who we were able to beat 38-14 last season in the most shocking game of the year. Then we'll take on Louisiana Tech. And guys, this is where we will face off with Miles Knight. our former star running back is now with Louisiana Tech. Then we won't travel very far after that, as we'll go from Louisiana Tech to Louisiana. And we'll welcome Arkansas State, who was another one of our 4 wins last season. And for our last non-conference game, we're going to take on Missouri, an SEC school that isn't very good. I think we can maybe compete with. And we will end the year with South Alabama before seeing where we stand in the conference. My goal for this season, I'm hoping we can win 6 games and get to a bowl game. I do think we'll be a lot more competitive in the conference, especially offensively, just because we have a ton more speed there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this schedule. Guys, that is going to do it for the first ever offseason in Frisco Railriders history. Next time you see me, we are going to be taking on SMU in the battle for Dallas. I'm excited for this team. I'm really excited for the offense, man. We got a lot faster. Don Bridges got better. The offensive line got better. I think we're going to be able to put up some points. Really, the most concerning thing is the defense. Hey, if you enjoy my content, if you're excited for more Frisco, drop a like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that YouTube jargon, or don't. You don't have to, but like if you did, it'd be kind of cool. Hey, this is Ken. Peace out.